Turn me up in the headphones. Yeah. Yeah. Busy. Let's get into it.
Peace, love, and happiness, so I can grab the piece. Start wildin' and clapping shit. Running with the rock in the jungle before Jumanji, nigga. Knobs come to not get low. Be hard to find me, nigga. Back talk, depending on the size. There's levels, my guys. Call me a clown and have my 2 cents. Show you my penny wise. You and me, mano we mano. Gangsta we gon' see. Call the Uber, bring it to you. Now this is Uber Eats. Serve a plate to get served, boy. I'll send the word, boy. The youth start to shoot, word get back like you heard, old boy. That's a personal conversation between the guys. Looking at Dibby like who ordered lobster with side of fries. Still ghetto, you still feel the way. We still handle our problems with the steel of metal. Real settle, Henny in your face still.
All right. We're in the building. It's your boy DJ Duya, and of course I got Christy Marie in the building, and of course the one and only Coach Drew Keelan. Let's get it.
Good to be here.
So yeah, Coach Drew's gonna be joining us a lot more during the football season than like he did with basketball. Of course, we got Christy, #1 Ravens fan. Show the people the get up. Yep. Yeah, so let's get right into it, man. Last night, the Cowboys and the Eagles kicked off the season. It was a great game up until I felt like the rain kind of delayed it. I think it was an hour, and then I got up for work I started at 3 a.m. So by that time, I was knocked out. So I didn't see the ending of the game until this morning. We'll start off with Christy, and then we'll go to you, Drew. What did y'all think about the game last night?
So I love the dogfight. I love that it was close in numbers the whole night. I think what Carter did to Dak was unnecessary, uncalled for. It should have gave the Cowboys the momentum to win that game. I feel like if that rain delay didn't happen, that momentum would have been there and they would have won. I feel like defense on Cowboys is missing Parsons. There's a huge hole in that defense. And I feel like, and I never say this, Jalen did what he had to do last night as a quarterback.
Oh, okay. How do you feel, Drew? What was your take?
Well, I thought the game was very competitive. Both sides, offense looked real good. Dallas had some good. Dak looked good. Dak made a lot of plays. CeeDee Lamb, he missed a couple. He played well for the most part. That last catch he should have had, but he didn't make the play. Typically, the defense is ahead of the offense this early in the stage of the season, but that wasn't the case yesterday. Both teams was able to run the ball for the most part effectively. Like Saquon had about 60 yards, Jalen had about 62 yards. Who was that? Miles Singleton had an explosive run last night for the Cowboys. So both offenses was solid. I thought it played well. They was able to move the ball up once. Both I think could be pretty. I think the Eagles is going to win the NFC East again. And the Cowboys should be a lot better than they was last year from that one game. It's still early, but I think they should be able to win more games if everybody stays healthy.
Yeah, so definitely. For me, I had the Cowboys +8 yesterday, 8.5. I figured I thought the Cowboys were going to actually win that game. What transpired in the beginning with the spitting and all that definitely probably threw the Eagles defense off, but it was crazy of how they couldn't stop Hurts from running. Like they didn't have the scheme was like, I felt like it was messed up where there was too many running lanes. Go Go
I
ahead.
thought the turning point of that game was when the Cowboys was marching. Was that early in the third quarter? And then they was it Dak that fumbled?
Yeah, yep.
Who that fumbled and they recovered it? He made the tackle. I thought that changed the game because they was driving. They was having a good drive. They probably would have at least got 3 on that drive.
Yep.
Probably would have scored at least a touch. Either one. But when that turnover happened, I think that turned the game around some.
I was saying to my friend, but when I was picking up my son at the bus stop, I was like, yo, when they let the Eagles score before the half, that was a crucial point. Like a team scoring before the half is a crucial part of the game. Like,
right.
Because I think Dallas, I can't remember exactly who was going to get the ball first, but either way, that's when you're up going into the half. Obviously, anything can happen in the second half, but that was a crucial point because I felt like Dallas had a lot of the momentum then. And then, of course, the rain delay, that's what knocked me out. Once they did all that rain delay and stuff, and I said, yeah, I'm out of here.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, that could take you go on full speed and you end up sitting for like normally halftime with 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah,
But you sitting for an hour, that for an athlete, that's a lot.
That is
you
a lot.
Re-energize and stuff like that and get back on the field,
So you think the Eagles are gonna win? We did a whole show on it. I should have had you in it too. You think the Eagles are gonna win the NFC East?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. They're the champions. They got a lot of their key players coming back. I don't see why not. The Giants got a little bit better. I was about to say the Redskins, the Commanders. I'm sure they probably gonna be in contention, but to me, overall, the Eagles still has the best team in the NFC East. They probably the best team in the NFC. Period.
Nobody ever won the NFC East since they went to 4 teams. Nobody ever won the NFC East 2 years in a row.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
But my thing is, who has the Cowboys really improved? Has the Commanders really improved their roster? I could see the Commanders winning it. I wouldn't be surprised. But I just like the Eagles roster and team better. I think that
their offense is tough, man. Their offense is definitely tough.
All right, and their defense is pretty tough. Jalen Carter is probably the best defensive tackle in the league. He's a disruptor. Yeah. So they're strong on both ends. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I like the Commanders this year. I think the Giants are gonna be much better than they've been. I think the Giants got a crazy defense. What's the kid's name out of Penn State that they drafted?
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, he's gonna be a beast. I think.
You got him.
Yeah.
And you got who's the other DN they got over there? That's pretty good.
Scambito.
Is it Scambito? You got 2 guys coming off the end like that. That could cause havoc.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna be, and I like that Dart. I think Dart. I don't know when they're gonna put him in. But Russell Wilson is solid. He's not the Russell Wilson of old, but he's solid.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw Dart in the fire right this second. I know he looked good in preseason. However, that's still preseason, so I wouldn't make too much of that.
Preseason,
just from I wouldn't even put him. I would still have Jameis Winston as the backup, and still have Dart at third string.
That's what I thought they were going to do, but they got Dart as the second string.
But they gave Winston, I think, about $10 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he can still win games. He'll lose a game for you too, but he's still effective. He's he going throw 300 yards, give you a couple TDs. It's his time in his run. When it's time to win the game, he'll throw an interception
real quick.
Right. So but
50 touchdowns. Did he have 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions? 30 for 30.
That's crazy. Yeah, that was his last year with Tampa.
Tampa Bay. Yeah. That's who drafted him, right? Number 1.
Right.
Yeah. So before we get into the college, bro, we're gonna just talk about tonight's game, which is the Kansas City Chiefs going into I think it's in
Brazil.
It's in Mexico. Oh, it's in Brazil. Oh. It's in Brazil. Yeah, you're right. It's in Brazil. And they're gonna be taking on the Chargers. You got John Harbaugh and what's their quarterback?
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. My bad. John is your guy. Jim Harbaugh, he had a good season last year with the
I
Chargers.
think tonight Chargers are gonna win because of Jim. He knows how to outcoach Jim. He's like John. Yeah, your players and everything, but I feel like the Chiefs' momentum has changed, and I feel like Chargers are gonna go in, and I feel like Jim can outcoach Andy Reid.
Really?
That's a good point, KP, because Jim Harbaugh is a great coach. He definitely is. This is going to be an interesting game because both times these teams play, they play bad. So even though it's a new season, it's interesting to see how these guys start the season off. You know,
And
Kansas.
don't forget, not to cut you off,
You know,
Chiefs don't have their major players, I think, anymore. The
Like
refs.
who?
The refs.
Oh my God! Here she goes.
the Browns, that's one of their major players.
Yes, they are. I think that there was too much controversy with these refs last year, and that's why 2 refs got fired. And I think that the refs have to be more careful, and more people are watching them. And I think that Chargers will have, it's not a home field advantage tonight's game. They're in a whole different arena and everything. I feel
Yeah.
like the Chargers have a really good chance tonight.
Um, I don't like that they made the Chargers. Like, I guess they've been there for 2 weeks. I don't like that they've been there for 2 weeks, and I don't know. I'm gonna
Well, I
take
can
the Chiefs.
understand that because it's a different time zone. You got to get used to it.
Yeah,
You know, you don't want to go there 3 or 4 days before the game. You know, 2 weeks, that's more than enough time to get ready, prepare, practice out there, get used to the weather, those type of things. Get you more settled in 2 weeks in instead of you in there. You come there Tuesday or Wednesday, and you still not really prepared for the game.
that's true. That's true.
Right, so I can see that time frame. That I understand that, but I am looking forward to that game just for the fact, like both teams ended the season on a bad note. Justin Herbert, they consider him this top tier quarterback, and he's pretty good, but he be kind of choking too.
I feel like he's right where her favorite quarterback, Herbert and Trevor Lawrence is in like the same
hold
tier
on.
for me.
Trevor Lawrence isn't my favorite.
I mean, not your favorite, but your other guy, your side piece.
If Lamar's not on, who I enjoy watching. I never even said he was my favorite. I said who I enjoy watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big year for him, pause, for Herbert. Because he's been heralded as one of the, they want to put him in that 5th slot. And Jalen Hurts keeps saying, nah, that's my spot. And I mean, shit, the way Jalen Hurts getting it done, I might put him over Burrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at, he plays big in big games. He's shown that since college.
That's true.
When he was at Alabama, when he was at Oklahoma.
Yep.
When he was, with the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, to me, is borderline Hall of Fame player right now. He only been in the league about 5 years.
Yeah, all right. We were saying, me and my boy was having a conversation, or it was a few weeks ago, Cam Newton, right? And he was saying, I was saying that Jalen Hurts will never be as good as Cam Newton was at his peak. And he was like, what do you mean? He's better than Cam Newton now? I said, nah, man, ain't no way he's better than Cam Newton, man. I was like, and I said he'll never be better than Cam Newton.
The only thing I respect about Jalen last night is they did not go to this tush push shit last night. If he plays like this the whole season, I will give him his credit. If you're gonna rely on tush pushes this whole season, I'm not giving you your credit because I could go on and tush push someone and get a touchdown.
Yo, they hate that tush push, man.
I mean, only thing I didn't like about it, it took away from Saquon, because Saquon could have had about 10 of those touchdowns.
No,
it's
not that it takes away from Saquon. It's why can't you get it to your tight end, to your wide receiver, to your running back? You're using something easy that any team could really do. Like we use it on like 4th downs. I think we used it on a couple touchdowns, but we didn't rely on that.
But I ain't trying to throw to the tight end at the 1 yard line. anyway. So either whether it's the quarterback sneaking it in or the running, I'm not throwing it unless it's like some third down, we couldn't rush it in the end zone, then I might throw it. But that you at the 1 yard line, we trying to rush that in there.
Right, exactly. I agree with you, man. So who do you guys like? You said you like the Chargers tonight. Who did you say, Drew? You like the Chargers?
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Go with the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs too. How do you feel about the Jets this year going against the first? Let's just talk about the first week going up against the Steelers.
Well, I think I'm gonna mention overall. I think I'm happy with 9 wins realistically with the Jets. I'm a realistic.
That many?
Yeah, I think they can win 9 games, 8 or 9 games. I think.
Really?
Hey, the text Corey.
You know what I'm saying? And I think they'll beat Pittsburgh. I think they'll beat Pittsburgh on Sunday. I think it won't be probably a well-played game, but I think they'll make enough plays to win that game. The one thing people got to realize is that Aaron Glenn is going to let loose Justin Fields.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, Aaron Glenn is high. You got to realize when Justin Fields was with the Bears, he was the defensive coordinator with the Lions.
Right?
And he used to light the Lions up. You know, Justin Fields used to make a lot of explosive
that's
plays.
right. I forget he was with the Bears.
Right. That's who drafted him in his first 3 years. You know, Justin Fields showed some splashes of being a really good quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he played. Now, Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh didn't really let him loose. You know what I mean? But still, when he started, they still won about 6 games. He was 6-2 as a starter.
And then they just went to Wilson for no reason. I didn't get it.
Right. You know what I mean? So, right. You know what I mean? Well, and you see when Wilson got in the game, when they played him, right, like how they would go down the field, like, you know, they would let him throw down the field all the time.
Right.
When Fields played last season, they didn't let him do that. They didn't trust him throwing the deep ball last year. Now with the Jets, I think he's going to have a little bit more freedom. He's going to play well. I still think we're a year away from really being contenders or make a serious push. But I'm happy with 8 or 9 wins with them. I'll be satisfied with that. I think they can really do that because they got a pretty good defense. They got some pieces. The running game is pretty good.
The Williams brothers is tough, man.
I think we get a little stronger at the receiver position.
Yeah.
But I think we got enough playmakers that we could pull out 8 or 9 wins.
Yeah. Wilson, he's a decent receiver. Then they got the Jason Taylor's son at the tight end. And
he was drafted. Right. I like him. That's going to help Fields too because he can separate from the linebackers. You know, that's a guy that's going to be real crucial on third downs, things of that nature. So I'm excited about them. You know, I don't see 12, 13 wins. That'd be great.
No. I was thinking it was going to be in the 5 to 6 category.
Well, I can see that too, but I'm thinking more positive. I think they got a team that could win 8 or 9 games. I can see that.
Okay. Chris, you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, yeah. So, going into Baltimore or going up into Buffalo, Bills country. What's your prediction for y'all game Sunday night? Baltimore.
I think it's gonna be a dogfight because we don't have Likely and we don't have Ricard. They just got rolled out 5 minutes ago.
Really?
Yeah. So I think this is the revenge game for both Lamar and Mark Andrews. I think that Lamar is gonna show off who stole the MVP. I mean, who should have been the MVP and what a pity award looks like versus what a real MVP award looks like. I think that Kyle Hamilton is going to show everyone why he was the highest defensive, CB paid and, why he got the money that he got. I feel like if we can stop Josh Allen in the pocket and if our defense shows how good we are, we're going to win that game. I think Lamar is going to show out on Sunday.
Nice. All right. Oh, busy just entered the chat.
He has me in the audience. And if anyone ever spit on my quarterback, I'm getting on that field. I'll get thrown out the whole season.
You
But
ain't having it, huh?
I'm coming there like some BMF shit.
You don't think that they should have turned up a little bit after he spit on him? Like, I feel like maybe it was more back in the days or whatever, but like the quarterback is like the team protects the quarterback, especially the offensive lineman. Usually they would have turned up and it would have been a ruckus. You know what I mean?
I don't think anyone realized what happened
What
until
happened?
after it
Okay.
happened.
Okay.
I don't think
I can
because
see
not
that
even
now.
when you
You're
were
right.
watching it, you saw until they threw the flag and then you resaw and you're like, wait, what? Like, and now all these things are coming out that Dak spit first, and Dak said something about someone being dead, and what provoked whatever it is. I would have respected Carter to shove him a little, to push him, to maybe even like nudge him a little, like what'd you
Yeah.
just say? But then there was another dogfight in the game where someone was taking someone's a helmet off. I think it was CD's helmet, or it was someone's helmet off, and they were starting to fight again. And I said, "Oh, this is like a Ravens Pittsburgh rival right now." Like that's how it was showing out. Like, when we play the Pittsburgh Steelers, although, whatever our rival is, it's always like a fight. But this last night was like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah, usually the Cowboys and Redskins or Commanders are more rivals than the Eagles, but they're division foes too. So they play each other a lot. So I could see the rivalry there. And it's opening night. Whole world is tuned in, or the whole football world is tuned in. I just think that it was, emotions was running high. It's definitely going to be a defensive game on Sunday.
And you know what I'm going to do? I sit right behind Josh Allen on Sunday. So everyone's like, why don't you sit with the Ravens? And I'm like, how boring is that? Ooh, go Lamar, go Lamar. Nah, You
How
see
the
my
hell you know
quarterback?
where they sit though? How do you know where they?
When you buy the tickets, I always choose home. Like if
Oh,
I'm away,
gotcha.
so because we're in Buffalo, I chose home,
Gotcha.
and then I chose right behind Josh Allen, the sideline, so that I could talk my shit. So maybe I'm gonna distract him so much, and he's gonna think of the mean things I'm gonna say to this man, and he's
There
going
he
to
is.
do it.
He's in the building. Yeah, but you're not afraid to go up against the Bills Mafia?
Now this
Bills-
motherfucker got an Eagles hat on. Get
New
the
York
fuck out of
Eagles.
here.
New York Eagles. Chill out. Julia, calm the fuck down. That's what I'm about right here.
Hold on,
North Eagles,
Do you
man.
see this? Do you see this? Do you see this? This is a bandwagon. This is when we're pulling the wagon. This is a bandwagon right now.
What bandwagon where?
Right now.
Jesus.
Wait, let me pull the bandwagon. Hold on.
I forgot. Philly's colors is blue and yellow?
Wait, you have something on your lip.
Yeah, Philly's colors is blue and yellow?
You have something on your lip.
Blue and yellow?
You have something on your lip.
Blue and yellow.
You have something on
Blue
your
and
lip.
yellow.
Yo.
You have something on
Blue
your
and
lip.
yellow?
Stop kissing ass, motherfucker.
Blue and yellow? Wow. It's wild. Holy shit.
Eagles. Amina, get me that chain really quick, Amina.
Yeah. Drew got the right idea.
Biz, what's good?
What's good, coach? What's good? Drew got the right idea.
Right there.
Damn.
The big one right there.
Be
Where the elephant is.
late.
You said what?
Right there.
Be fashionable
The big
today.
Ravens one,
I
right
think
there.
Right.
Look where the elephant is.
Today.
Straight
Yeah,
ahead, Amina.
Blue and yellow Jordans and shit.
Amina, right there. Yes.
I thought it was some energy.
You showing off, huh? Showing off.
I thought there was some energy in the building today at work. I get over.
Right.
I gotta deal with this shit.
Hold on. Thank you.
Yeah, I wanted to stop in real quick before I go bring my boys to their football practice, and then I gotta coach my Jets flag football team.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yo, can you?
What age group you coach?
I coach the 13 to 16-year-old Jets flag football team.
Oh, that's
And
what's
my
up.
son's in
Oh,
the
okay. She got it out now.
Yeah, she got it out now. Bum ass chain.
Yo, can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, yo, I gotta restart my other computer.
I hear you. We hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
All right. I don't know what happened.
You still let the questions fly.
What? What
I got
happened
about I
was
got about
what
15.
happened was
I got
what
about
happened was
15
your
minutes.
computer detected fake fans. That's what happened.
I did,
Yo, Busy, talk about the because we didn't get to get your take on the Cowboys and Eagles game. So
Oh,
just
you
talk
already
about that a
know
little
how
bit.
that's gonna go. Jalen did his thing.
no. Well, I said he's a top 5 quarterback. Did he not show some of that? Yo, not for nothing. I'm going to give more to Dallas because we all thought Dallas was going to get blown the hell out. You hear me? We definitely thought Dallas was going to get blown out. And to just see Dak be able to compete, see CD Lamb killing them. You know, everybody's so heavy on George Pickens. It's only the first game. He's going to have games where he goes off and CD Lamb doesn't do much. They're going to get it together. The running game, I really like the Miles Sanders and I forgot the other guy, but I really like the Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams. I really like that dual back. It gives you kind of the same back because they both can catch out the backfield. They're both good A-gap runners. They also can get out to the outside and got speed. I'm really big on big on without Micah Parsons. I feel like the defense let up a lot of points, and Micah Parsons would have stopped some of that, but Dallas still competed, man. Jalen Carter or not, with the dumb mistake in the beginning, I get it. You got baited, you know what I mean? The spit at the feet, Dak spit at his feet. Everybody knows Jalen Carter has attitude. He has this problem. He has like the Deshaun effect, do you? He has the Deshaun effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Only me
Yeah, he
and you know
definitely a crash
Deshaun.
out.
Only me and you know Deshaun, so he's really one of the guys that you love to have on your team because he's going to give you full energy. But you're going to get a penalty or 2 or 3 fucking with Deshaun. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the type of effect Jalen Carter has. But all in all, Cowboys are going to have a good year from what I see. I believe they can contain the rush. You got to understand, not every back is Saquon Barkley. You get what I'm saying? So Saquon yesterday breaking the tackles, being able to get the extra yards with jukes. Not everybody's Saquon. So all in all, I liked what the Cowboys did yesterday. I really felt like, you know, it's going to take them some time to get used to that no Micah Parsons because you can tell it was hurting them out there with some of the things Saquon was getting away with and Jalen Hurts was getting away with. But I'm more like the Cowboys. To take away from even with the loss, I take away from the Cowboys. I like that better because we all thought they was going to get killed.
Yeah, it says Lamb was.
He got 4 major catches. And this is another thing is they actually could have won that game or brought it to an overtime or forced the last drive from Philly if CD Lamb, the best player they have, if he catches there's 4 drops he had. One was major, across the middle, right into you. That couldn't have been so much more on target for him to catch it and then make a move to get to the outside. He probably could have scored on that play. That pass couldn't have been no perfect. He dropped that. He dropped it across the middle pass. He dropped 4 main catches that was big, but like I said, I'm more taken away than what Dallas did than what Philly actually showed us. If that makes sense, you hear what I'm saying? We all thought Dallas was getting blown out. I thought Philly was gonna go in there and run the table. It was still a game. It was still competitive. A couple of drop passes, and who knows, it goes the other way. But I did say Jalen Hurts is the top 5 quarterback, and
yeah, you can't.
I'm gonna get a shirt that says, you know what I'm saying?
So we about to get into the college football with Drew. I'm just waiting for my computer to load back up. Just talk about what you like for tonight too for the Chiefs and Chargers.
I'm gonna give you a hot take. I think the Chargers win tonight. With the romance of Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen coming back to play, they missed each other. You ever had that one girl that you just break up with her, and then y'all hate each other, but then when y'all get back together, you like, damn, we should have never left each other. We were so good together. You start thinking about all the good times. That's the romance they got. They didn't even break up on bad terms. I feel like it was more Keenan Allen wanted to get paid somewhere else. He didn't want to play up under that system. That it was going to be running more, running.
Yep.
He realized Harbaugh's system is the mental game. It's, you get the running going so you can work the class into it. Keenan Allen, Justin Herbert, Vlad McConkey, Omari and Hampton, Najee Harris. Yes, you got a major injury up with Slater on your offensive line, but you wouldn't pick up a good offensive lineman and cover him up. I mean, we can talk about the Chiefs defense all day. Chiefs is always that we don't know what they're gonna do, but Spagnuolo is that guy. He's proven it over and over year after year.
Over and over.
Game plan. Yeah, he's gonna give you a game plan for your team. I'm yet to see, right? Is Patrick Mahomes going to, now that you got everybody healthy, but you got your one guy suspended, well, Patrick is one of them guys like Brady. He can make anybody a star. Are you going to do it today? You know what I'm saying?
Remember when I said it in the first show?
Today is your road to redemption because guess who you got next week? Guess who's going to be very mad next week because he didn't play yesterday because he spit on somebody. So you think about
they got them next week?
They got Philly next week.
Oh, okay.
So
he might be suspended next week though.
He might be.
And Coach Drew, I wanted to talk about that. Me and my guy Blake Rivera, me and Dewey were talking about it. We're gonna get him on the show. He's gonna be another big part of the show soon, young boy. We was talking, and we said a lot of these players don't care if they get suspensions now, because guess what? They're still getting a paycheck. They're still getting a paycheck. You
suspended without pay. You ain't getting paid.
If some of them don't get the suspension without pay, depending on someone gets that game suspension and you still just get a fine, but you'll get a check. They got to start hitting these boys where it counts in that money, that pocket. You hear what I'm saying?
Oh, no, you don't get paid.
You don't get paid. You don't get paid.
You don't play your suit up, you ain't getting paid.
I mean, unless there's an injury involved. If it's like suspension, you're not getting paid for that game.
You're not getting paid.
Well, listen, your boy better hopefully he's playing next week. Because if they don't play next week, it's going to be Kansas City got a new line, but Philly don't have no D line. Don't have their D line guy. It's going to turn into that.
All right, so Chris, you got the Chargers tonight. Chris, I know you got to go, man. We thank you for joining and all that. Hopefully we'll get back. We're going to do a show on Monday.
Buffalo -3.
Hopefully you're not going to be down in the dumps about a loss. You're going to be riding high with
the Buffalo -2.5.
Buffalo -2.5?
Oh, 2.5. Easy money. Easy money. Buffalo -2.5.
All right. I got my picks ready too. I'm going to show you how the picks.
That's what I want to get into. That's what I was hoping I had enough time to get into.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do the picks at the end. That's definitely. All right, Chris. So if you want to do what you gotta do, you can hop off. But if you want to stay, you're always welcome. So this was Coach Drew saying. He said, I said he's like a guru when it comes to college football and college sports and NFL too. I'm not knocking the NFL knowledge either. So this is his top 10. And I like his top 10 better than the actual top 10 that's out there. So go ahead. You want to break it down for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we'll start off one with Ohio State. When they beat, they're the reigning national champions for one.
Right.
Okay. Then they beat Texas last week at home, who was considered the number one team coming into the season. Okay. They didn't look great, but they played well enough to win. I like the new quarterback, Julian Sayin. He looked well. They got the best receiver in college. They got one of the best DBs in college, and Caleb Downs. So they loaded on both ends of the floor. I can see them making another run. UGA. UGA played Marshall, won that game easily, but they will be contenders throughout the year. In the SEC, the SEC is always the best league, or one of the best leagues in college football. A lot of people are high on Penn State this year. Penn State's considered a front runner for making a national title run. They got a lot of return. They got their runners back coming back, both of them. They got their quarterback, Drew Aller, coming back. So they should definitely be contending for a national title. This is a big year for their head coach, James. Was it James Blake?
Yeah, James Blake. Yeah.
It's a big year for him because he has that reputation now. He's had some good teams and he's turned the Penn State program around. But when it's time to play that big game, whether it's Ohio State, they lost to Notre Dame in the playoffs, he comes up a little short. So this is a crucial year, okay, to kind of get that off his back. He can finally win the big one. I like LSU at 4 because they had a big road win, winning at Clemson. That is not easy. That was another thing with Brian Kelly. He got the monkey off his back. You know, he went the last few years losing the season opener. So to start the season on the road and to win at Clemson, that was big. Oregon won their game. I didn't see too much of them last week, but they should be national contenders again in the Big Ten and on the national level. I wouldn't be surprised if they make the playoffs again. Now, Florida State.
Here we go.
Had the win of the week last week.
Let's go.
Beating Alabama. That was a big time win. Okay, that was definitely a big time win. I think Florida State bounces back. They won 2 games last year, but you got to realize this is Florida State.
Exactly.
This is Florida State. Florida State is one of the premier programs in college football. Even on the down year, they always going to recruit well. Florida, it don't get no better when it comes to football talent on a year-to-year basis. So they'll probably rebound this shit. I won't see them. I won't say they're national contenders, but I can see them winning nine games this season.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be right there, man. I got.
Well, it's definitely interesting to see how they play this year. But that was definitely an impressive win, beating Alabama.
Yeah.
That quarterback Thomas Castellano,
right,
had a heck of a game. I liked him when he was at Boston College.
I never saw him before. I remember when they got DJ last year. I wasn't a fan of DJ like that, and
right.
Jordan Travis, that was my guy. Seeing him go out, I thought Jordan Travis could have been a good NFL prospect. I just think breaking his leg like that,
right,
it was tough, man. So I'm definitely for my FSU, man. Hopefully, we can get we can win the ACC and get in the playoffs.
Well, I don't know. I'll still give Clemson the nod on that right now. But I can see Florida State having like 8 or 9 wins is respectable for them this year.
Yeah,
I'll say that. South Carolina, assuming they might have the best NFL that's NFL potential, and Lenora Sellers at South Carolina.
Yeah,
he had a couple plays last week that was impressive against Virginia Tech.
Yep.
So I like him. They got some studs over here at South Carolina. They may have the best receiver, like for NFL. They got the what's his name? He's about 6'5", runs like a 4.2.
Damn.
I forgot his name. Oh man, they come back to me. But world-class speed. He's 6'5". He's in that mold of Calvin Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah. Texas, they lost to Ohio State, but they still played well enough to win that game, so they don't drop down at the top 10. Arch Manning, he didn't have the game that people was hoping that he would have, but he showed some flashes as well. I'm not as down on him as the national media is. A lot of people feel like he's overrated and stuff like that. I'm not willing to go that far yet on Arch Manning.
Yeah.
I need a half a season before I can go that route. But they could have beat Ohio State. They didn't. I'll give props to teams like Texas or any other team that's scheduled opening season games against top tier teams like Ohio State or like what Florida State did against Alabama. You schedule tough games like that, that you get a lot of points for that. I respect that. Miami had an impressive win last week against Notre Dame. That was a really good game. Carson Beck played a good game. That was probably the best he played in 2 years. He didn't have a great year at UGA last year, So he played well last week, and Miami should be solid again this year. On 10, Clemson, they lost to LSU, but that was a game that they could have won. LSU dominated pretty much the second half. I still like Clemson as a top 10 team right now.
Okay. Yeah, my cousin Elijah Davis, he used to play on South Carolina. He's actually transferred over to Troy now.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Let her speak because I want to speak on that top 10. I think he just.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes. He has the perfect top 10, but Miami should definitely be above Texas and South Carolina. Miami a Notre Dame. Notre Dame was in a LSU. Yeah. LSU went to the other Death Valley and beat them. I believe Georgia should be 4, LSU 3, Penn State 2. I believe.
Well, I picked Georgia at 2.
I believe Miami should be at number 7.
You look at
Florida
Georgia.
State, the reason why Georgia played a Marshall. You know what? I want to go by the team, but I also want to go by the competition that these teams played.
Right, I can respect that.
So when we talk about Arch Manning, and we're saying we shouldn't be so rough on him, Drew, I love you. Fuck that. Excuse my Listen, we can name. I'm not gonna name quarterbacks. We're not gonna do none of that. If we expect him to be this quarterback that goes against these top SEC teams, these top division teams that he's gonna see in playoffs, he has to show us something. He got out there in that first half, even only to the third quarter. Third quarter, instead of getting loose, but we all know Arch's game is also running. That boy does not want to run. He got so one-dimensional, and that's why I'm not going to get down on him. I'm not going to say, oh, he's not the prospect. What I am going to do is I'm going to give you some hard criticism and say, what was your boy? What's your boy? That boy from Dallas? Trash.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. He could have played better, absolutely. But you hear a lot of people saying
I see some sparks with the passes he did. I see some sparks. Don't get it twisted.
Right. He had a couple of good throws in the fourth
Even
quarter
though that were incompleted, that the receivers dropped. Seeing the touches. Right.
He could have played better, but a lot of people thinking he's overrated already. I think it's too early for that.
It's one game. It's one.
Right.
That's like me going to my son's coach, telling my son, Coach, put my son in every play. It's the first game.
Oh, some of these parents do that.
I get it, but he's trying to see. The coach is just trying to see how everybody plays in the game.
Right.
He hasn't seen nothing. We've always been practicing this whole time, so I can't give up on him. It's what is it? 12. It's 12 games in the season.
We got to revisit that conversation in October or something like that.
Yeah, 12 games in the season.
Right.
Something like that. So let me revisit that game around week 7.
Right.
That game
Absolutely.
past the 500 mark, and then not for nothing, Texas gets to see a lot of schools in there. They get a couple of ranked schools there. I think they get 2 more ranked schools,
right,
and a couple of brush offs where we can see, can he treat the brush offs like brush offs and be prepared to go against these? I get it. Go and jump in it. You're jumping right in against the number 1.
Absolutely.
There's not much we can expect. You get what I'm saying? There's not much we can expect. But if it was me, because Miami pulled off a big win against a team that wasn't they in the championship last year?
Yeah.
Brought back pretty much everybody. The O-line, the running backs back. I mean, they went out there and did what they're supposed to do. A Miami team that was full of new people. A new quarterback transfer from Georgia. New offensive line. New receiver. They had to pretty much keep a kids that was coming together, and they put it together to beat a team that was ranked. So I got to have them at least at number 7. The top 10
I can respect that. No.
The top 10 is perfect because Alabama don't deserve to be in the top 15 at all. They don't. That's
where I was going.
Mississippi State damn sure don't. Texas A&M don't. Like these teams that I'm looking forward to, that I look forward to doing something. Even Florida. I look forward to Florida, and not for nothing. I don't know if it's University of South Florida or Central Florida. But
it's USF.
South Florida. They got some great recruits, bro. They got good talent. Thanks. That could be the Vanderbilt of last year. How Vanderbilt went against these SEC teams and was giving them a run for their money. Like Alabama, they beat Alabama. They almost every team Vanderbilt played last year that was a ranked school. Look at the score. These ranked schools had their point spread of 30 something. They won by 3. That's 7 points. They didn't.
But USF had some talent. They can get talent now.
listen.
I mean,
some of those schools,
Jason
the
Pierre-Paul went there.
The SMUs, I want like the SMUs and all of them. I want to put them there, but Drew's list is the 10 teams that should be there. Those 10 teams are going to be there when the end of the year is over. There's going to be teams that are going to try to crack it. There may be a team that even cracked the 10th spot, but they're going to lose it. You hear what I'm saying? I believe those 10 teams that you see right there, they have the most to lose. Mizzou is good competition. Great school. But Mizzou, I don't think has that.
Mizzou's not a top 10 program right now. No.
Yeah.
Nah, get him out of here.
What I'm saying is Mizzou they're going to give you good players, but you can't produce a good program to go against these Alabamas and these Texases. They're not gonna go. Not on
an every year basis. And they have a couple good years here and there.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But on an every year basis, nah. I mean, they haven't shown it.
But yo, guys, I love y'all, man. I gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we do get one before NFL Sunday.
Right.
But Buffalo, go Buffalo!
Biz, I just want to say one thing. Besides the Steelers winning, and I would never go for the Steelers, you coach a team, right?
I think
you coach a team?
I think Biz bounced.
Yeah, I think he left.
Oh, Biz bounced. He knew I was about to come for his neck. That's why.
What was you about to say?
Whatever team his team's playing, I hope they win.
Oh, shit.
And I hope whoever the Kingston Lions plays against, I hope they win.
Oh, Kingston Lions. Well, I got my Tigers, man. I'm going to the Tigers game tonight. Shout out to my boy Elijah. He's one of the captains. That's my son's best friend. So shout out to him and all that. So this is where is it? This is your top games of week 2.
All right, ready? Jaguars.
Oh no! This is
no, we still on college.
We got the college. We'll go to that. This is so you got Michigan and Oklahoma. Michigan is what, ranked 15 right about now?
15 and 18. Now this is not a weekend like last week. We had a lot of big matchups, but you got some few games that stood out to me that I thought you should watch. Like the Michigan Oklahoma, that's a big time game.
Yeah,
great programs, both of them, a lot of tradition. Michigan starting quarterback was the number one recruit overall last year.
I didn't know that.
Right. He was supposed to. His story was he committed to LSU. He was an LSU commit. And with him being a Michigan guy, people was wondering why we didn't get him. So Michigan did whatever they had to do to get him to come to Michigan. So he's starting from day one, and he's going to be in the fire tomorrow. He played well last week, so I want to see how he does against Oklahoma. Oklahoma should be good. That atmosphere, Oklahoma is one of the best atmospheres in college football.
Definitely.
So that's a game to watch tomorrow night. Syracuse, UConn. Syracuse
did you pick that game? Because UConn, I never knew them to be anything.
Well, Jim Mora is who's the former Falcons head coach in the Mora family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's at UConn.
Oh, okay.
And he's been there 3 or 4 years. And I picked this game because they had a solid season last year. And I want to see how they do this year. And Syracuse had a heck of a year last. Syracuse won close to 10 games last year. They might have won 10 games.
Was good. I mean, they had that win against Miami, which was huge last year.
Right. And then they was going at it with Tennessee last year. They lost, but they was going at it. So I just want to see how Syracuse, if they can continue to feed off of last year. Last year was a good year. I want to see if they have the same kind of success this year. UConn had a good year last year. So that's a nice Northeast battle right there. Former Big East foes.
Right. Yeah.
You definitely want. I want to see that. Illinois and Duke. Illinois had a pretty good year last year. They won 10 games. I kind of want to see how they do this year. They on the road against Duke. Now, Duke is not really a hostile environment for the college football.
Right.
It's a road game. It's an early test. So I want to see how Illinois look. Brett Bellamy is the Illinois coach. He's a legend. You know, he coached at Wisconsin and Arkansas, coached in the league. So he got Illinois rolling right now. The game right here, North Carolina versus Charlotte. Now,
here we go.
This is not like this is a pop out your eyes, but the game that UNC played last week and the way they got their ass whipped, you want to see how they bounce back in week 2.
Right.
I want to see how Belichick get these guys ready to play, how they respond. So it's interesting to see what they do against Charlotte. Outside of that first drive, UNC did not look good at all. They had Brad Johnson's son, Max Johnson. He came in towards the end for North Carolina.
Oh, that's Brad Johnson's son? I didn't know that.
That's Brad Johnson's son. And he had a good drive. They scored a touchdown. And he looked impressive. So it's interesting to see if that the starting quarterback doesn't play well, do they put Johnson back in earlier? So I'm looking forward to see if what happens with that. So that's why I picked that game to watch. Oklahoma State and Oregon. Oregon, to me, will be another contender in the national running.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Yeah, Oregon. I think on a year-to-year basis, Oregon is going to be contending for a championship. Oklahoma State so I want to see how they bounce back. They had a rough year last year.
Yeah.
So I want to see, how they do against Oregon. And then Iowa versus Iowa State. That's a rival. It's an early rival, in-state rival. You got the Big 10 versus the Big 12. Those games are normally competitive. Hard-nosed guys get after it. They're gonna run the ball all day, and so that's another good game to watch as well.
Yeah, I seen that. Going back to Belichick and them, I seen that they hosted Big Swole's son. Big Swole's son was on the sideline there doing the. I thought you had to be at least in 11th grade before you could go on like trips and stuff like that.
No.
I didn't know that.
We went to Notre Dame when my son was in 10th grade.
Yeah, that's where he's going into 10th grade. So
right here. So we went to Notre Dame, Auburn, Clemson his 10th grade year. They give you game visit invites and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Notre Dame visit, that was one of the best experiences of my life.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Damn, my son got to step it up, man. We need to go to college basketball, man.
Keep on the right track.
Yeah. So damn, they both Christy, I think, left too. I had some picks this week for NFL.
I
threw it on FanDuel. This is I got the Chiefs tonight. I got the Commanders, New England Patriots. These is all money line picks. Baltimore Ravens, the Cardinals, and the Bengals. $50 will get you $650 if you throw it up there. You know what I mean?
I like the Chiefs tonight. I like the Commanders to win. The Patriots, I'm gonna go with the Raiders in that game.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a big Pete Carroll fan. To me,
Okay.
Pete Carroll is one of the best coaches of all time.
He definitely is. He definitely invigorates a franchise and a program when he
was. I've been following Pete Carroll. He used to be coach the Jets.
Yes, I remember. Then he was the Patriots, or was he Patriots first?
I just like, he's not that typical coach, rah. He shows a lot of like enthusiasm, excitement.
Yeah, yep.
And I always liked that about him. You know what I mean? So what he did at USC was legendary. So I'm a big Pete Carroll guy.
Legendary at USC.
Right. Them Reggie Bush years, Matt Leinart, those Mark Sanchez.
He was damn near the 33rd NFL team back then.
That's a fact. Those teams were, were legendary. Those are some of my favorite college teams ever. Ravens in Ravens in Buffalo.
Bills.
That I can see Baltimore winning that game, but with Buffalo being at home, I might get a slight edge to Buffalo on that one. Arizona, I think Arizona beats New Orleans big in that game.
Yeah. I think New Orleans, I said we had like our top 4 losers, like the teams that we think were going to be the weakest teams in the league. And we all, I think, picked the Saints to be the weakest team. I mean, I think they're going with Spencer Rattler.
Right.
And it's crazy because Spencer Rattler was supposed to be something like.
Right. Spencer Rattler's not terrible, but I like that the Saints is giving him opportunity. Hey, this is your year to show that you play at this level. He's undersized. He's similar size to Kyler Murray, maybe a little bigger.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's not a big guy. He's maybe 5'10", 5'11".
Okay.
But he's not the athlete like Kyler Murray is.
Yeah, no, Kyler Murray's he could
right.
be.
So So I heard people saying that Spencer Rattler might be the worst quarterback in the league in terms of starters.
Right.
I don't know if I would go that far, but they probably will struggle this year. But
who would you pick then? Because that's my number 1 pick. I can't think of anybody else because everybody else is experienced. Maybe Joe Flacco. I mean, he's older, but he's not going to lose games.
Well, Joe Flacco, I'll give him more because Joe Flacco, he led the Browns to the playoffs a couple of years. Right. So I'll give him. Then now you think of all the starters, then you might have a point. you might have a point on it. You know what I mean? Now you think that every starter from the NFL, he might be.
He got to be the worst one. I mean. Yeah, everybody.
This is his year to show, like, hey, they consider the worst starter in the league.
Who did they draft to? Tyler Shaw, I think.
Yeah, Tyler Shaw in the first round of Louisville. They drafted him, and so eventually they're gonna go. So this is a big year for Spencer Rattler. Even if he doesn't stay with the Saints.
Right.
This is a year to show he can play in the league.
Right. If he does a good job, he won't.
Right. He'll get an opportunity.
Starting here. If he's suspect, he's gonna be a career backup. Right. I mean? Like where Zach Wilson is kind of now. Like, Zach Wilson is never gonna get an opportunity to lead a team again. He's just gonna be in the quarterback room.
Well, the thing with Zach Wilson is like he's gonna kind of have to do with like a Geno Smith. Like Geno Smith was a backup for like 7-8 years.
Right.
Somebody believed in him. That might have been Pete Carroll. That might have been Pete Carroll's best call ever. From a standpoint, Pete Carroll believed we could win games with him.
Because when they got rid of Russ, they got Geno.
Right. Geno was already there. He backed up Russ for those last few years.
Oh, that's right.
And Pete Carroll looked at him, must have saw something like, shit, we could. Now that's the beauty in coaching. Trust your eyes. And Pete Carroll trusted his eyes and must have saw something in practice. And so
didn't he do the same thing? Wait, I'm trying to. I could be off, but no, didn't he do the same thing in Seattle when he saw Russ?
Right.
And they had who was the quarterback that they got from Green Bay?
Matt. I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name either.
But he drafted he's a great scout, a great evaluator. He must have saw Russell because Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick, right? So he must have saw something because they gave that quarterback a lot of money,
right?
You know what I mean? So he must have saw something like, yo, shit. I know we gave him a lot of money, but Russell Wilson might be better. And threw him in the fire right off the rip and won a Super Bowl and should have won 2 with him. And the rest is history. So Pete Carroll to me is one of my favorite NFL coaches ever. You know what I mean? So
that's a good. I can't go against you with Pete Carroll. He's definitely up there. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Right.
Pete Carroll reminds me a lot like Dick Vermeil.
Right.
The same type of.
Right. Shows a lot of emotion.
Right.
Like,
Matt Flynn. That's who it was. Matt Flynn.
Right. Matt Flynn. So that was a good call. We're seeing Russ throwing him under the fire initially off the rip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer now.
Definitely. So, we're going to get out of here. It was a great show, man. We both good luck with your son's game and all that. Give us an update on how that goes.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah. If you guys get some highlights, whatever, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely.
Yeah, before we go, I'll give a quick shout out too to my son's team.
Okay.
Sprayberry Yellow Jackets, one of the top teams, high school teams in Georgia. They're 3-0. It's homecoming night tonight. Hopefully they can win the game. They should win and be 4-0 and continue to have a great year.
Yeah, let's go, man. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the Tigers tonight, first game of the season.
That's what's up. Good luck with that.
Hopefully, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Unless it start raining. If it start raining, I'm staying inside. But me and my wife, we're gonna probably go head out to the game, see these young boys compete. Anybody that tuned in tonight, thank y'all, and we'll be back. I think everybody's going except for me. Christy and Busy is both going to the games on Sunday, so I don't know if we'll do a Sunday show. We'll probably be back on Monday. If anything,
well, keep me posted. If you want to do Sunday early or something like that, let me know. Or it's Monday.
All right. All right. I'll definitely shoot you the text. Always.
Sounds good.
There you go.
All right.
Right. Had to do it to him. Cock back if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got straps, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that I do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain questions we do not ask. Perka make the body feel good like a hot bath. You niggas hot ass, your music stays for real. Blizz get it, next on that like a Nike deal. Big guns, we got big guns like the Navy SEAL. It was all a dream like Biggie till I made it real. You niggas changed for real. You ain't official, homie, see me in public with a smile.